Hello, hello, ladies and gelatins. Welcome to new spooky game. We might have to do some adjusting with where I am and where the chat is, but for now it's probably fine. We'll do it by ear because that's basically the only way we can do these things. Because even though I tested like the first 5 seconds of this game, that's never enough to be like, oh, that's where the UI is. That's where stuff goes. So yeah, listen, I love me some Mega Man, but when I got gifted this game for my birthday, I was like, oh my gosh, I want a spooky time. It's been a while since we've done anything even remotely in the spooky genre, so it's perfect. And I've heard good things. I know nothing other than the trailer I watched, obviously. No spoilers, none of that. That's our usual rules. And apparently there's also a flickering image warning that I'm literally reading right now. So we'll figure that out. I have a feeling no one's going to get motion sickness from me playing with the parallax effect, and I'm not going to have that problem. So it should be easy peasy lemon squeezy, no problemo. Let's get this show on the road. Oh, and yes, hello, Six. Thanks for the drop by. And hello, Glutat. Good to see you. Good to see that not only the horizons have brought you here, I hope you also enjoy the spooky time. All right, let's do this. I'm actually going to try the mouse today. Like, you can play it with a controller, but, like, I got a mouse. I can try the mouse. Like, I saw on the genre on Twitch, it was like, it's a point and click. I'm like, kind of hard to point and click with a controller, so we'll try this for now. Plus, like, it's fine. I like controller, but it'll work. All right. Whatever horrors you might find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Okay, so I'm wondering how many times we're gonna play it. I mean, a minimum, obviously, once, but, like, it'd be kind of funny if it's just, like, one time and then, like, okay, cool, we're done. I wonder if it's best to play it more than once. So yes, new game. Let's do this. Chapter 1: The Hero and the Prince. Oh, and it is voiced, so I will be letting the voices speak for themselves.
In the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, cool. Give me a sword. Oh. Oh, yep, chat's gonna have to go on the other side of the screen. Let's do that real quick before we get too into things. Shoop. Easy peasy, no problem. Oh, apparently except my head. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, there's a lot. Oh, there's literally so many options already. I have to scroll. Also, I like how somehow perfectly my head is like, it's like the game knew this is where I was gonna be, so I could do this. I'm kind of surprised it's not like all the way down here. I wonder if there's gonna be something else where I am. Well, if we have to move me, we'll move me. That's how it'd be. Oh, okay. I like this. Some of these options are interesting. Killing Princess kind of seems bad. There's a lot of explore. Forget this. I'm not doing this. Have you considered I'm maybe okay with the world ending? I like how some of these aren't explore. Okay. Viva la Revolution. All right, cool. What's the end of the world? Let's just start with the first one. Why not?
About the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Oh, it's gonna let me do all of them. I could do them out of order, but why? How can a princess be locked away in a basement and the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
A little quick save. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I mean, I have no idea why I'm here. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
How reliable is this narrator?
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay, fair.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay, but killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Yeah, I wonder, maybe you can't just 5 minutes and you're just bam, you're done. I mean, listen, if that's the way to go, we can definitely try doing that first, just being like, yeah, okay, cool, and then just do it again and see what happens if you don't. Yes, these are my preparations for forever Halloween, because honestly, I prefer Halloween to other holidays, so that is the plan, yes. Can't someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Eat the rich. Okay, so now I feel like... Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Hee.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I mean, depends on how you define world. Like, do I get some kind of reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Alright, cool. I'm in. Can I just say no?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, you have to do it.
Nope. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
That's terrifying. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
I mean, listen, we got some slaying to do. What can I say? We gotta do what we gotta do.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Okay. I'll just walk up and try to kill her right away.
The short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
A request for what? Depends on the request.
Ignore him. 'He doesn't know what he's talking about.
confetti cannon! Perfect.
The interior
Perfect for
of the
this
cabin is almost
spooky
entirely
game.
bare.
Thank you so
The
much.
air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Who put this blade here? This is literally so sus. I mean, hey, if you got someone that needs slain in a video game, hell yeah, that you can absolutely request some video game slaying. IRL, well, ain't nothing IRL, so no problem there, luckily. This parallax effect is funky.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Like, why didn't they give it to me beforehand? Obviously, I take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Alright, cool, going to the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Like how the
Her voice
narrator is like
carries up the
with me.
stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Is this my voice?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I have questions what happened to the other chain, and also, like, who chained her here in the first place, and why didn't they kill her? Why am I the only one who can kill her?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes. Nuh-uh. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Hero, the protagonist. Us? We? Are we narrator or are we hero? Don't know. Unknown. Okay. Yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we should. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I don't think we need to drop it.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Yes! I have a blade hand now.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I'm realizing that the chat is covering what the princess is saying. I feel like we're not going to win with that, so I'm going to try putting it on the bottom, and that's about as good as that's going to get. Oh, come here, chatty chat. Here we go. Down at the bottom. Well, we'll see if that helps. It'll, like, cover kind of what the narrator is saying. Or maybe we could put it in the middle. Let's try the middle. Let's see how that works. I'll just leave it on the touchable so it'll just We'll see if it works.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
So, oh, but we can explore. Okay, I do like how they have the explore thing, so like I can know that I'm not making decisions yet. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us?
Go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
No,
Then
I'm
I'm
not
not
putting it
talking
down.
to you.
Fine, then I guess we're at an
Well,
impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
No, stare at Princess
Stare
while
at the
holding the
princess,
blade.
Squinting fiercely. She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you? You'll have to blink eventually. Just make a choice.
Let's just try to slay her.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Oh,
We
geez.
shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones.
Wait, we're not
Sure,
human.
stay down.
We're not even a little bit human. What is up with our hand?
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand.
I guess we'll have to try again without thinking.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
Shit.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark.
You
and you
die.
die.
Oops. Wait, chapter 2? We don't start over? Wait.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
She's full of herself, but she actually managed to just kill us straight up. Like, she was just like, sidestep, you're dead, and murdered us, like, almost immediately. I think she deserves it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end.
Getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Yep, now we'll just slay her. The first
If you don't remember
time.
what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Oh,
What
okay.
does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop
There's
her.
another voice.
She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just
It
happened.
hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
It might be our own voice from the past. I don't know. How many voices will we collect by the end?
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
That's actually true, though.
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to
No
do
more
to stop
hesitating.
her now? She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
She's just
And I
a
believe your
princess?
other
Are you
question
sure?
was something
She's kind of a
along the lines
badass.
Oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
She's gonna remember us.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Oh my god, is that why? Like, are we the only ones who can kill her because we have a save space? Like, because we start over? Uh-oh.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains, and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
Nah, man, we're not hesitating this time.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you. Just be quick about it.
Tell me about the princess. Tell me more. Okay, so she killed me last time. How do I stop that?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Okay, let's try that. All she did last time was beat me to death. How can someone end the world like that?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. We're not. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
So yeah, who locked her in the basement in the first place?
People locked her in that basement,
People.
and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods.
Uh-huh.
Don't overcomplicate things.
No, it's very complicated. If people, quoties, locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? The questions I was asking.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Uh-oh.
Of course you're special. Why
We are
else
special.
would you be here?
But
Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
you're being cagey, what aren't you telling
I
me?
told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. The less you know about her, the better.
I don't think about that's true. Okay.
Great.
All right.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Okay. You turn around and leave. No, let's do it. Let's do it. No hesitation, no
I'll
talking.
warn, before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time.
That's true. She did
Caught
not.
us off guard last time.
We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits
Yeah,
about us.
exactly.
At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
Yeah, because you called him special, so now we feel special. All right.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
You really don't yet.
The interior
Oh my
of the
God, it's
cabin
different.
is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
That's,
The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we
Okay.
feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Hey, there wasn't a mirror on the wall last
That's
time.
because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
I want to talk to the
There's
mirror.
definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders.
Oh, I
of
would
what
love to know what we are.
It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future.
Maybe we are the. Oh, what if we are the
For what
princess?
it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
We don't. I've seen our claw hand.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I want to see how handsome I am.
Please don't. I'd rather the princess kill us again than see how dreadful we are. I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin
It's
wall.
so
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
There is no mirror. Okay. The cabin's different than
Maybe
last
that's because
time.
You haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Okay, take that blade.
Take the
Let's
blade
do
from
this.
the
No
altar.
talking.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Be careful. A lot of those Achievos probably have spoilers.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below.
This is a much nicer
moment,
cabin than last time.
You almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh, she sounds very different than last time.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Alright, let's go.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers
Oh
over
my
you,
god, look
almost
at
glowing in the
her.
weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window.
Damn.
Her long hair billows around her. and a
She's so
chain
cool
binds her
now.
wrist to the far wall.
Why are we so tiny?
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Oh, she remembers us.
You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Nope, no talking this time. Only slay.
Drop it.
Nope.
As if on command, the blade
Wait,
slips
what?
from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
What? I click.
But we didn't drop it.
Yeah, we
Decided
did.
to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us?
Okay. This game is messing with
I have a
me.
duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Yeah, no, we definitely clicked grip it tighter.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle.
Oh,
and your knees hit
jeez.
the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Yes, mommy. Oh, jeez.
The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation.
She
in the
might.
woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Okay, we're not saying anything.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen? You're less broken than I thought. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here.
Okay.
Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
I dislike that everyone's agreeing.
As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
No able to click on anything.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah.
Is she gonna make us kill ourselves? I hate you so much. Stop making me do things. I'm gonna kneel here forever. None of those are
You
options.
can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
Okay. Yep.
What?
time loops, no time loops, don't ridiculous. Time is a strictly linear concept and does not loop, whatever that's supposed to mean. Absolutely.
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Yeah, oh no, there's only one option. Oh, it's,
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Oh no.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Slave Princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Don't! As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
Mom, we've come to bargain. Oh, maybe. I hope we've trapped her in a time loop. She doesn't seem to be concerned about it yet.
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Our cursor is red too. Look at the little red on the cursor. Oh my god.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
Yeah, you try to not listen to her narrator.
That's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it.
I'm on it. Dating sim. Oh god, what?
Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that pop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you.
Yes,
Despite
dating
that,
sim.
You manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You
Maybe
can
monster
choose
shall
to
be
leave
our
that
monster.
punctured vessel
Oh
for the
no.
next.
No, Slate Princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself.
All the sounds,
until
the
floor of this
squishing.
temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. take it.
No, we're literally already dying. We might as well
He's
try.
given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I mean, again, I don't think we want to live in this state anyway, so we might as well. Oh my god, I'm yours, Pledger Sculptor.
No. Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before
We could move?
the wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you
Oh my
challenge
god,
with
she's
decisive
so
blow,
huge.
stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Oh my god.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
Why's she laughing?
We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Knowing one day the Princess of Slain fills you with determination. Yes, determination.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop
Ugh.
as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body.
We tried.
You rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness. She drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
Oh, that's. Oh.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
I feel great.
She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something.
Good game, good game. We slayed a princess. It's definitely not over. I could feel it. Fortune serve. Oh no! Ill Serval.
I guess.
Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. We'll take this.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods.
This
And at
is
the
not
end of
the
path-
woods.
Okay, what the hell is that?
It's a great question.
I think he's upset. What's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Oh, we have a new voice.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
And that's a big fever. Oh my goodness. Oh, that sounds absolutely miserable. Both of you get better. Both of you get better ASAP.
You're damn right we did. You'll get over it. Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
Alright, enough chatter. I've got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? This is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Yes, we've been
Yeah,
here.
you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that.
No, constant interruptions. This is me.
Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. I know all sorts of things, which is why you should listen.
Narrator is hiding things from us and lying.
That's not really an answer. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously. Don't worry. We only need this one last go at things. You'd better hope that's true. And don't let that inflated ego get in the way of doing your job.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Okay, so you said yourself you know more than you're letting on. If you want me to go to the cabin, you better tell us everything.
I can't. Anything I say at this point is far more likely to accelerate the unraveling of this place than it is to actually help you do your job. In fact, I probably shouldn't have even said that. I trust that if you've been here before, it means you know how dangerous she is, and that you know I'm not lying to you about her.
Is it her,
Really?
or is it
That's
you
it.
that's doing it?
All we're getting out of you.
He just wants to keep things going the way they are. But we've been given a second chance to do right by her. She can build something better than this. She can build something better than us. We just have to let her do it.
I get it. You're conflicted. You've been through a lot, but I really have to be firm here. I will tell you one thing, which is that even now you are capable of stopping her and saving the world from ruin. You always have been, and you always will be. Do with that what you will.
Okay, feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You'd better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really got to say anything.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
Didn't work, it doesn't count.
We died. If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change. Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Okay, if I don't slay her, if I just stay here or do anything else and we hit this point of no return, what happens?
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there, it doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see.
I
Don't
think
let
I
yourself be
figured it out.
consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
I think the narrator knows that this is a game. I think the narrator is aware this is a game. I think if you don't slay the princess, the game ends. I think you have to keep slaying the princess and the game will continue. I guess we gonna find out. No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through.
Good. We're all on the same page.
Squishy
Isn't
path.
long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
That's definitely
fine
true.
by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch.
Yeah, it kind of like, something about it does kind of give me Disco Elysium vibes, but I don't know what it is exactly. Alright, to the cabin. Let's go.
The interior of the
There
cabin
is
a
no
place that feels long
door.
forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Dios mío.
The blade is your implement.
Not this time.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, it's that mirror again. This time it's blocking the door.
There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
Oh yeah, I need to finish Disco Elysium. I've gone through like 1 or 2 days of the game, and then I like kept restarting with other people. So like at some point I just have to do it on my own. But I've heard amazing, amazing things.
What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us is broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Yeah, okay, seems fine. Take the blade.
Take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Alright, to the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it.
Smash it. Let's get violent already.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Wipe mirror
Reach
clean.
forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement.
Because I think
As if on
trying to
command, it
smash the
slowly
mirror would
slides
smash
open,
our hand.
Scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness.
Oh, it's dark.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. We're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying, and we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on.
If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. It's why your
Suspicious.
task is so important.
Alright. Let's do it. Let's murder. Murder.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Murder.
The chamber's walls
Oh my
are
God.
painted in blood.
No, she is
Sickening
hotter
red
this
that
time.
drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin.
Oh my god, I love it.
The
This
heart
is so
beats
cool.
in her open chest.
Listen, it's so spooky. I love the spookies. Like, I love unique, I love spooky, I love surreal, and also she still has, like, the ethereal beauty about her. I'm into it.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
I like how she has heels because of her bones.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. Then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It drops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve.
Obviously, we have to fight back.
It's the
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. This time, we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Giving up on destroying the world? Oh, what happened to you? Wait, we don't have to do this. No. I'm gonna end you, slay the
You'll
princess.
try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down
Can't
your
stop
very
looking at the
essence
heart.
in one blow.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
Horrifying squelch.
No. Oh, no.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Wait. You do not, true to her word, you do not die by her hand. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go looking for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
I feel anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious?
No, I feel excited. The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror.
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't want to look at us.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Mirror never scared us before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Street to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
This is a dating sim. Okay, the gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know who the narrator is?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
So, can you let her out of there?
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
So what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
I'm still confused. Have you played this game? It's nuts.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Oh man, you gotta see this from the beginning. My brain is exploding constantly. It's amazing.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I
That's
am
the worst
infinite.
answer.
The rest will find their own way home.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
What? Oh my god, it closed the game! What? No, no way. Did it just close the game on me? It didn't crash. That would... Oh my god. I have to boot it back up.
You have returned to me.
Oh my
Though you were
god!
gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I booted up the game. Of course, it immediately goes back to this. I love that. I love that. Okay. Okay, this gives me, oh my gosh, what was the name of that game? That other dating sim game that was spooky. Yeah, this game is crazy. Doki Doki, that's right. It's like Doki Doki. Yeah, Undertale also did a little bit of the shenanigans. I honestly love this kind of stuff. Okay. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I mean, meta indies are pretty cool.
You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
All right, we're gonna try doing the thing we were gonna do the first time, and we're going to not talk to her, just show up and just slay her, and that's it.
You're here to slay her.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. You're not even gonna talk to him.
You make your way up the...
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a prince.
Ignore.
No, we've heard this before. We're gonna keep going. Let's do this.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Oh, nice. Getting your laptop back early? Awesome. You will get to enjoy the gaming soon. This game is... I'm like already so sold on how heckin' rad this game is.
The blade is your...
Yeah, okay. Take the blade.
You take the
Go in the basement.
door to the basement. Creep. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
This sounds slightly different, but I don't remember. Anyways, I'm just gonna go.
You're still listening to reason.
Not talking to her. No words, only murder.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Yeah, right. Nuh-uh.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh, she didn't see it coming.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh.
Oh my god. It actually worked this
This is
time.
it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
So she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Yeah, no, of course, she's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
But
Where
the
a lush
narrator's
forest
here this
stood mere
time.
minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry.
Okay.
You'll be safe here.
Oh no, I have to
This is
sneeze.
good. Everyone is happy.
Sneeze type.
You'll be happy.
Sneeze complete. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. Hey, didn't he say we'd have like a super reward beyond our wildest imagination?
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone.
That's a terrible reward.
Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Happy?
Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here.
though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Oh, yeah, like, it is definitely some sort of, like fighting of two ideals situation. Like, I'm still wrapping my head around everything, honestly.
He's right. It's the only way out.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
People die when they are
In a
killed.
sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This
Valid.
place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the
Saying
blade
will make you
work.
dead. Nuh-uh.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while
What
longer.
a relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind.
It's just like last
More
time.
happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Ending. Good ending. Use it. You save everyone.
Committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
I loved that. I loved that ending screen. Okay, maybe I'm not happy. Maybe I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Because the blade.
I can hear
Okay.
he's right.
The blade.
You not.
We'll
Don't.
do it. All right, you'd better be right about this. I'd be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss?
Congratulations.
ingrate.
Congratulations. A WinRAR is you.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick
kinda
up
surprising.
the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, The Spectre. That's a different one.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement, you're here to slay.
Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your
By
tricks.
tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time.
The
We'll
cold.
just do it again.
It's a new one again.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Okay, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moved. Let's say for a moment, if
Okay,
you're
we
back
talked
here,
this game.
I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
That's technically
Oh,
true
we
this
listened to
time.
you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to,
And then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves, too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
Oh, I do
And
not
I
believe that.
your other question was
Not
something
believe this
along the
man.
lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question, had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying. Just stay
Can we
focused.
kill the narrator? I want to kill the narrator. What if we just turn around and leave this time?
Oh. Do you think there's something else out there? Alright. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No clue. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Okay, so the only thing that matters is where I'm not going, the cabin. I'm not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
How dare
How
you?
convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Oh, how quaint. He really wants us to go in there, doesn't he?
Turn around and leave again.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. Everything is getting... What's going on? Where are we? I don't know. But it feels like home.
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet again. Memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Healers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I'm unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Chapter 1.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Okay. Alright. Okay. But we do this. We do it again. We do the same
You
thing,
make your way
except this time we go back to the cabin again and it'll be different.
The interior blade.
Alright, take the blade.
You take
Do this. Go to the basement. Let's go.
Who's
She sound.
Don't let it...
Don't do it. Alright. Continue
Good.
down.
You're still listening. You walk down the... She's... Focus on the task.
and there you are.
Alright.
Are you here?
You step forward.
Oh,
Murder
I'm
time.
probably so.
She's
And then we'll
unarmed.
kill ourselves very quickly.
You lunge. You feel...
Oh, this is it, isn't it? Do you actually?
It's like she's.
Yes, but it's over. Is it...
Oh, we can't even pick that one before because we've already picked it. That's nice of them. They're like, oh, you can't pick this. I'm not sure. I feel like she has some kind of trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one.
We definitely won't if you keep talking.
I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
Wait, what was that?
You know what that was?
That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it
Whoops.
sending your nerves into a pained
I
frenzy.
guess it's different this time again.
Let's get out of here.
It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate?
It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ta-da. Chapter 2, The Razor. This is yet another different
You're
title.
on a path in the woods. You're here to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, we've done this already. Okay, I already slew the princess. Why am I here
I
again?
can assure you that if he doesn't remember what happened,
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull
Cheated.
a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
stabbed to death. Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Yeah, okay. Alright, sure. Go to the cabin. We know what happens if we don't go to the cabin.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
going to the cabin is
Before you
meow.
go any further, she will lie.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
To the cabin. Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged
It's
mess of warped
different.
wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Slay.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a...
Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Okay, let's look in the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
It's a
What
wall.
are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Alright, to the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably...
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come close to you, you're gonna stab me, aren't you?
What?
No!
No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job.
But I'm nervous.
All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Last time? What are you talking about?
No. We haven't done anything that cray-cray. Plus, this is not an 18-plus game, silly boy.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever.
Well, we've only been killing her, so probably not gonna happen until, I don't know, we, don't kill her. But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again? I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence.
I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Prove it. Prove you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
Nothing up my sleeves. So she's just holding the knife between her steel butt cheeks back there. Yeah, exactly.
And empty sleeves, too. Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
What if you're just hiding it somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
I'd like to trust you, but you're being super sus right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he could tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
Yes.
Acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine. And will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
I think we have like bygones. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back to being stabbed in the heart.
That doesn't sound like me.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
I don't have the key?
Oh, you don't. Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure. Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's conciliatory.
Oh,
of
jeez.
you. We appreciate
Oh,
it,
my
really.
God.
Now, what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through
Oh
her
my
arm.
god.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it.
This is Wolverine shenanigans.
And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defence. She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
And with a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, the cursor's, it's our hand, but it's the other hand. It's pointing the other way. Now it's going back to the other way, because the cursor was the left hand. Now it's the right hand again.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is tight, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Oh my goodness.
Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works.
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
Voice of the hunted, another voice.
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
Great, so obviously you've already been here.
How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
That is too much
I
responsibility.
couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched.
We take it.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
And what if we never do?
Don't be like that. I know things are hard right now, but we gotta stay positive. If they're confident, then I'm confident. So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
No, I've forgotten what doors are. They're only mirrors.
It's that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Yeah, we're gonna touch it.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
White mirror clean.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
I like this voice. It's
It
funny.
was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Yep, we're doing great. Doing great.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Hooray, a slide.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Yo, cheated is great. I love a
Nothing
cheated.
bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal victory is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. In the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain, she's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Sinecra, she's a lot of things. Appeal to her authority. No, we can definitely. I'm gonna try flirting with her. I'm gonna fight her. Stiff upper lip. All these ideas suck. She wins by killing us, right? Let's beat her to it. Yes. Oh, the temptation to try flirting with her is very strong.
Now,
Why not?
I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end
No
the
romance
world
option.
If you don't stop her. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
I'd rather not.
It's not like she wants us anyway.
That's true.
I'm fine with it.
Let's
See where this
see
goes.
where it goes. Oh. Give her the look. How about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death?
A rosy blush flushes in the princess's cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
Oh my god.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too.
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
Maybe?
But why mess around with appetizers when the main course is right here?
Or not.
At least she likes us. I've never been liked before.
Oh yes, there is the very wide community of monster lovers.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you. Ow.
Oh, my heart.
While romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit, what matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much.
Oh my god.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be.
So many voices this time.
Dead, dead, dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
As long as we keep moving.
We'll win her heart eventually.
Yes.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
Appeal to her authority. Because we can't. Okay. It doesn't work and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
She skewers you.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Just panic! Flee!
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
None of this is working. Think.
How many blades does she have?
She skewers you.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right. One last time. That's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 4. Mutually Assured Destruction.
You're on it. Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take you from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on
Smin's
top.
very into Princess. And you know what? And next time maybe we'll start Smin. I don't know. Next time we'll just start flirting.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is...
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin splitting into red gleams of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. It becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit!
It's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Smin, I feel you.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Perfect woman, all blades.
Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
Oh yeah.
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Narrator,
Oh god.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Oh, goodbye.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm-free thought, and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound and the faster the momentum volleys between you. And endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
I imagine this blade skeleton being amazingly fun to draw. I guarantee you the artist had an absolute blast.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
I might not kill her at the very end, who knows? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
That's valid.
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to grow or change?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Oh, maybe we are, like, yeah, we're definitely building something, but what happens when we finish building it? Okay. All right. I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Okay. So, I am absolutely loving
You're
this
on a
experience.
path in the woods,
But,
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
it's past stream time, and this is honestly, like, this is a perfect place for us to stop for today. Next week, we're gonna do a whole nother song and dance with this thing because, oh my god, this game is so cool. I love this. I absolutely love this. I am going to save it twice just in case because I do that thing. But oh my god. Okay. All right. Next time, y'all, you know what we're gonna do next time? I like this game. This is great. Maybe more narrative games, maybe, but like also I probably will at some point need to finish Mega Man Battle Network 3 because I do also love that game. But at the same time, this is phenomenal. We'll see. Also, we have Horizon Zero Dawn on Mondays still, so yeah. All right. So next week, my plan is we're not gonna kill the princess this time. I want to see what happens if you go down there without a knife and just talk to her. See what happens. Like, can we actually make this dating sim? I'm very interested in, can we get the smitten to come back and what happens next? Let's find out. I'd have to look up what that game is. But yeah, so that's my plan. And yeah, for now, that's it for today. Thank you all for joining and hanging out with me and experiencing the beginning of this with me. And for anyone who maybe missed the beginning of this and wants to see it, not only can you have the option of course, playing the game on your own lonesome, but you can also later on, when I post this on YouTube later, probably later tonight, you can just go back to the beginning and see what choices I picked in the beginning. Because would I have done it differently? No, but now I have so many more questions. It's phenomenal, and thank you so much for the hydrate and the stretch. I will definitely take that as we call it for the night. So, all right. So see y'all on Tuesday for Horizon Zero Dawn, or next week for more spooky, scary, timey-wimey shenanigans. Bye.